The first meditations I've done in many years were at the Progressive Workshop in Chicago about a month ago. During one of the meditations, I really experienced it very intensely and really felt so much emotion that I haven't felt in a long, long time. Really a strong sense of feeling. I haven't really had that many emotions lately. Prior to that, I've just been very busy working. And I hadn't felt anything quite so intensely in a long time. And I guess I would call it joy, but I hadn't felt it in a long time. So we didn't put a name on it at the time. I just knew that it was really beautiful. I've had gum disease where I've been having to go every 3 months for 5 or 6 years for deep pockets. And I'm always measuring a 3, a 4, a 5, despite how hard I would try. Every time I go, I have a lot of bleeding. And they talk to me, I better be careful or I might need a procedure or, surgery or eventually. And when I have a few other times sort of missed appointments, it's always been very bad to where I'm bleeding and they're all 5s. And I had an appointment the Monday after the meditations, after the workshop. When I went, they didn't even bother to measure. They just said, well, they measured a couple and they were perfect. Just did my cleaning and said, oh, you're fine, see you in 6 months. So I really felt that was related to the meditations just because I've had no improvement ever. And I was really thrilled. Then I thought, what else can get better? I'm a family doctor and I have a patient who had to go in for gum surgery, but she also was preparing to do a bone marrow transplant, so she had to take a medicine that activated her bone marrow, and her white blood cell counts, instead of being like 10, they were 30. And when she went to the dentist to have her surgery during that time, her gum disease was gone. And it was from the stimulation of her immune system. And so I thought to myself, maybe it was, I don't need to know how it happened, but that's the only other time I've really heard of that. I'm not a dentist, but that was my experience. Well, I think that the meditation helped with the whole stress system and balancing the immune system to the point where I also trusted to stop a medication that I take for thyroid that I've taken for many years, because I believe that the thyroid could be healed from what I learned at the workshop, which I never learned anywhere else. But I consulted my friend, who's my doctor, and we both thought it was a great idea to just stop it.
Do you think that this is going to make a difference in how you treat your patients?
It has to, and that's where I'm at a crossroads. I can't go back to the same life that I had. Everything is different, and I think that I'll have a new path. I'm not sure how or where, but I'm really excited. But I'm especially excited to have feelings that I haven't had in a long time.